Hello everyone, welcome to Harv's World. Man, my voice is rough tonight. Sorry about that, guys. But hey, we'll get through it. Hey, let's see. We got Brandon, we got Evan, we have got Mad Mexum, also known as Martin Salinas, Newall. Well, we're off to a start. Pretty decent start. Check this out, guys. This is our poppy field that we planted the last time. This is probably my favorite crop that Cazz has added. It looks so amazing when it's in bloom. Isn't that cool? Now, I told you last time when we were wrapping up, Gamer360, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. I was going to replant my big field here, and I did do that, and this is alfalfa. It's completely prepped and ready to go. Not very long ago, though, I have to tell you. That's right, Evan. Evan is the youngest known person to subscribe to Harv's World. And we love having you, bud. And let's see, Brandon, I'm sorry, Brandon, as always, has his fast food. You need to learn how to cook, Brandon. Seriously, home cooked meals are much better. And yes, I am buying a pressure washer because, well, frankly, my equipment is disgusting. And I thought I was going to have to plop that down over here, but nope, not today. So the first thing I want to do is get my equipment cleaned up. Now, I'm right at about $300,000. Pushing toward that goal, that brutal goal, I might add, that you guys set for me. This island is complete, however. I do own 3 fields on this island, so the easy one's done. Now we start getting into the harder islands. That's okay. I will conquer all, let me tell you. How are those wings from Red Robin, Brandon? And yes, I am picking up a new field tonight, so that's going to need all sorts of prepped. How's it going, guys? How's school treating you? Since we've got many younger people here. Joe, how you doing, man? Good to have you. Joe, if you guys didn't know, is a rabid gamer. Yeah, you can, Evan. You can. Just the one that I bought is one that you can actually carry by hand. And I didn't realize I had to place it. I thought it was just going to be a buy and carry it back to the farm, but I could place it anywhere to start with. Excellent. Glad to hear it. Hopefully school is doing all right by you. Everybody's starting to get vaccinated, so hopefully we're pushing toward the end of this COVID nightmare. And I do mean nightmare. I don't know about you guys, but I'm sick of it. Sick of it and then some. That's a good question, Evan. I don't know where Sharko is. Maybe he's got a hot date. He does have a fiance, you know. He can't spend all of his times at Harvard World. Hey, Luis Hernandez. How you doing, bud? Welcome to the Harv's World Wednesday night stream on Island Life. Yep, it sure does, Evan. COVID sucks. Sucks even worse if you catch it, though. Can I reach this far? Oh, I'll bet, Joe. Yeah, I'll bet you have. It's been rough, especially I know you work for a small place, and I know it's that's some rough action there. Alright, that'll do. Alright, first things first. Selling off. No, Evan, this one is not in Mod Hub. You have to get it from either Papa Smurf modding website or from tailor-made maps, which is Cazz64's YouTube or Facebook group. Yeah, I just got word today that anybody over 50 in my state can get it now. And since I qualify, I should probably get hooked up. Although they do have a shot now where it's not 2 times. You only have to go the 1 time. So I'm definitely looking for that one. I hope this doesn't throw a wrench in the works. Oh, good. It looks like it's going to function the way it's supposed to. I'm going to gather up all my money before I go buy a piece of property, although I think I know what I'm going to buy. $287,000 liters of silage. How about them apples? I'm sure it does, Joe. And the fact that people won't do it just shows how selfish they are. I'm sorry, you know, if you're an anti-masker, fine. You have your right to believe what you want to believe, but you know, my brother is like that. If I'm completely honest, my brother is a COVID disbeliever, if you will. And so I haven't seen him in several months. The Real Mud mod, Evan, is on Mod Hub. That one's there for sure. Although, if you're playing on console, bud, you might not have access to it. Alright, where am I going? Yeah, Gamer360, that's called the Bunker Buster. That's made by Bex Modding. She is amazing. She makes mods for the impatient farm sim player, although I'm not impatient. It's just very, very handy, but I think you get the general idea there. Okay, I think I know where I'm going. Now, I have to tell you guys. Well, you have to join. It's called The Office. It's Bex Modding's Discord server. Play nice there. Be friendly. And wait 24 hours, and then she will give you access to her mods. Oh, I didn't know there was an age limit, Brandon. I did not know that age mattered. Exactly, Joe. Exactly. I almost didn't play this map just because it's so massive. But I saw that there were some manageable fields here. And, well, I figured what the heck. And I thought it was an amazing map. It is an amazing map. I wanted to play it. And I'll tell you, Gamer360, you seem like you might be a little bit hesitant about the Discord group, but they are a very, very friendly group of people over there. Evan, asphalt is built into the map. It depends on the map. If the map has it, it's going to be in the landscaping tools, bud. I guess I could have just moved my my silage over here on the train. Oh well. Oh, that's right, because this is right on the... Well, the train just went by, so I think I'm safe for a minute. Yeah, everybody there's super friendly, man. In fact, a little bit later, oh, I'll check that out. 100 grand for my silage. That's what I needed to see. What was I saying? Oh yeah. In fact, a little bit later, I'm going to show you. I don't know, Evan. It's just depends, bud. You're going to have to look at them and see if that's what you're looking for or not. What I was saying, a little bit later, I'm going to show you something that Bex made especially for me. Well, she made it, yeah, I'll say especially for me because it has my logo on it, but it's pretty slick. It's actually an upgrade to something that I did that she felt I hadn't done a very good job with, if that's the truth, or if I'm going to be honest about it. Okay. Onward and upward. I'm about to buy my fourth field. I'm sorry, Evan, I don't know. I don't keep a catalog of every texture on every map. I really don't. I wish I had that kind of memory. Evan is 8 years old. He's just as curious as an 8-year-old. And frankly, he is a very pleasant young man. Right, Joe. And if the map does have it, you'll have to paint it in with the landscaping tool. So, you guys set the challenge of buying 3 fields on each island. That's going to be 15 fields. That's a lot of freaking fields, let me tell you. And I have to plant 1 of every crop. And by now, I've shown them off so much, you guys know exactly how much Cazz likes to add new crops. Or the amount of additional crops, I should say. Well, I don't know who would be younger, Brandon. Hey, Robert Walker, how you doing, bud? Welcome back. I have not seen anybody on stream younger than young Evan here. But we're not going to get into a little argument about who's the youngest. That'll do. Oops, I don't want to do that. I had no idea mustard would regrow either. It's funny you should mention that because I was planning to plant mustard tonight tonight anyway. Yeah, we've got young, we've got old, and we've got somewhere in between. Most in between. And before I go do this, I should probably buy some more seed and some more fertilizer. Yeah, the only crops I knew of that regrew were the grasses like clover and alfalfa. Sugarcane will regrow, but I didn't realize that mustard would. Now, I've planted mustard on other Cazz maps, but not this one. So I was going to go with mustard anyway, and if it regrows, so much the better. Alright, seed and fertilizer. Oh, you got a new baby cousin, Evan? That's awesome, bud. 2 days old. Oh, I see Brandon. Brandon's saying he's the second youngest at 14. That's a very distinct possibility. Although Hunter Farmer might be a little bit younger than you, but I'm not entirely sure. Maybe. Well, we'll test it out. We'll find out for sure. I don't know either, so perfect place to check it out and see. Abso-flogging-lutely. Because mustard is getting planted in about 5 minutes. That is so weird. Now, I don't know if you guys have had a chance to check out Island Life or not. That's right, Brandon. 54 to be exact. And Joe, if you ever find out anybody who's doing a full body conversion, let me know, because I will gladly sign up. It's just a rail. Okay, I see. Alright, I'm going to come in from the backside. Alright, so I keep talking about I'm buying my 4th field. It's going to be this one right up here. Field 57. Now, I have to tell you, I've been doing some pricing on the crops on this. And this island right here, this place is expensive. Like, really expensive. This one up here is not so bad. This is like the cheapest one. This one's pretty spendy too. So, I'm going to have to build my way up to it. But this one is 282,000 basically. So that's the first one on this island. Hallelujah. Yeah, and where's my jetpack? We were supposed to have jetpacks before flying cars. I remember seeing jetpacks in the 70s. Oh, was I going to do mustard or was I going to do coffee? Yeah, we'll just go with the mustard. That's what I said. And currently this field has oilseed radish in it. You know what that means? I get free fertilizer. Oh, really? Interesting. Now, I'll tell you, there is an update coming for this map. A big one. A really big update coming. Cazz is working on turning this map into an industry map. He's building the industries for it right now. Hey, Jaddy, how you doing, man? Welcome to the stream, bud. And in fact, he gave me a test copy of it, but I've been so busy I haven't had a chance to look at it yet. But there's going to be all kinds of industries on Island Life in the not too distant future. Good God, Brandon, what do you got to be up so early for? Where are you going? Timbuktu? Oh, thanks for saying so, bud. Much appreciated. So, I guess the question, where did you have to go? Where did you have to go, Brandon? And you had to get up at 3 a.m. to go to the doctor? Holy crap. Hey, Peyton Scott, how you doing, bud? Welcome to Harv's World. Give me a second, Evan, and I will see if I can't look up those textures for you. Oh, we understand, Brandon. You've been around long enough now, we kind of know your schedule. I'm doing good. Doing really good. Making some headway on this map, even though I think people thought they were going to thwart me. No, I'm sure there was no ill intentions. Oh wow, that's a drive. All right, how are our other crops doing? I just want to make sure. Oh, yep, those poppies could be coming in anytime. Might actually get to harvest those today. That would be nice. That's a long drive for a doctor. That's a long, long drive. From what I recall of mustard that I've done in the past, mustard is a very high volume crop. So unless I miss my guess, there's going to be a truckload of mustard coming off this field. Like a trainload of mustard coming off this field. Oh gosh, Brandon, I hope you're okay, bud. Okay. Well, Evan. I don't know. Oh, I think I just... No, that was stone. That's probably a type of... No, that's just concrete. I keep passing it. That right there is the asphalt texture. Got it? Good. Yeah, I hope you don't either, man. Surgery is no fun, I can tell you from experience. Nothing to be afraid of. Nothing to be afraid of. But it's not any fun. And I wasn't much older than you are now when I had mine. So medicine has advanced a lot since then. And what I should have done was taken this tractor back to the shop and got got GPS on it, because I am mucking up these lines. Thanks, Zeke. Take care, bud. Appreciate you dropping in. Much appreciated, man. No, Peyton, I'm PC only. I've never played on console. Robert, by candlelight, huh? Does he still make house calls and come on horseback? He has a little black bag and a buggy. Well, I'll tell you, Peyton, with all due respect, bud, I don't have time to play. Like, honestly, the reason that I stream is because it's the only time I get to have a little bit of casual game time. And that's the God's honest truth, man. If I just want to kick back and farm for a while, otherwise it's setting up scenes, recording, editing. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Robert. The whole horse and buggy. That's awesome. That'd be cool, man. There's nothing wrong with the Xbox, I have to tell you. I mean, I know a lot of people who are perfectly happy with it, and I know a lot of people who get a little bit frustrated because they'd like to have more options. And I know the console makers really limit you guys on some things. Well, I'll tell you, Robert, I have a PS3, and it's boxed up and put away. And when I use it again, it'll pretty much be an expensive DVD player, Blu-ray player. That's about all I'll use it for. Especially since Rockstar finally decided to grace us PC players with a few more of their games. Wow, PS1, that's awesome. Do you remember the Sega? We used to play a lot of John Madden on the Sega. Hey FF, how you doing, man? Oh, that makes sense, Robert. My ex and I used to use the PS3 for Oh, like trivia games. Yeah, I think that's what we had too, and we had 4 controllers, 2 guys on a team, and we play the heck out of some John Madden football. Hey, that's a great idea, Evan. Save up. That's the way to do it, man. Robert, are you talking about the are you talking about the game system or the X's? Maybe both. Oh, I'm sorry, Brandon. Sorry to hear that, bud. If it's any consolation, I've had many girlfriends that I broke up with, so, or that have broken up with me. Ah, good, FF. Yeah, Caveman is a bit of a tech guru. He and Sharko can sort you out for sure. Not too far from being done with this field. Although I will have to come in and spray for weeds. Well, Evan, honestly, if I were you, I would shoot for at least $800. And you'd be better off saving up about $1,200. That would be my goal anyway. And it depends on what you want. You know, if it's a light gaming PC, you don't need that much. Robert built a super system. Impressive, dude. I know what $3 grand can do for a PC. That's got to be a nice, powerful system. Although we were pricing out video cards the other day, and because of COVID, there's apparently a silicone shortage, so video card prices have gone through the roof right now. Now that's kind of the nature of it, Brandon. I would imagine your ex would live in your neighborhood since you're only 14. I didn't imagine you were driving to pick her up for dates or anything, bud. Fair enough, Robert. Fair enough. I feel that way some days too. Oh, Jaddy, you need to come into the Harv's World Discord, man. It's like a Canadian repository in there. We've got all kinds of Canadian guys who have stopped in. Sharko, not the least of them. Yeah, the video cards are the most expensive part. They always are. Always have been. Well, Brandon, you know, it just goes that way sometimes. It just goes that way sometimes. You'll have plenty of opportunity in your lifetime for women to kick the crap out of you. This is just the first. Yes, I'm old and I'm cynical and I don't care. It is what it is. Hey, Don Blevins, how you doing? I am not Cazz. I'm Harv. I'm just playing on Cazz's map. The map is by Cazz64. I am the person just playing it, man. Playing it, streaming it, talking to you fine folks. Although Cazz does stop in here from time to time. Hey, Galaxy 1000. Thanks, man. Thanks so much. I appreciate you saying so. Very much appreciate hearing that. I work hard on those videos, and I'm glad people appreciate them. I'd be lying if I said it wasn't fun, though. I do enjoy doing it. I really do. You can't be a streamer or a content creator for very long if you don't love doing it, because it is a truckload of work, man. I'll be honest with you. This was an even bigger field than I expected it to be. This is going to have a nice return, so should start making some decent money to expand to those other fields. You saw a Mark IV Super yesterday, huh? I still like American muscle cars. I'm old school that way. I know you young guys like the newer ones, the imports, but I'm old school Detroit muscle, man. Well, I understand you might be sick of Xbox, Evan, but think of all those kids in the world who would love to have your Xbox, who don't have one. The point is, you're not too young to learn that you should appreciate what you have. Not to be preachy or anything, but you know, your parents worked hard to get that for you. I think a Mark IV Super is a sports car. I was assuming it was. It has to be made by Toyota. That's fine, Robert. I'm just saying. For me, I grew up in the muscle car era. Not long after it, my first car was a 1966 four-door Chevy Impala, and I loved it. It had more rust on it than paint. But I was 16 years old and I didn't care because I had a car. And it lived for about 6 months before the transmission died and it wasn't worth fixing. But hey. Oh, Robert was styling it when he was back in a 67 Mustang. Wow. You know, it's interesting though, if you look at muscle cars, there's only certain Mustangs that have held a lot of value. The mid 60s Mustangs, you can still pick them up for a reasonable price, but you try to get a Chevy, man, you're going to pay through the nose. I'm not saying one's better than the other or anything, I'm just saying realistic pricing. It's all personal preference, man. All right, I got a question for you guys. Farm trivia. Wow, Super Bee or Roadrunner. Wow, that's impressive. Which one, Gamer360? All right, here's your real farm trivia. In what year were there more farms using tractors than horses and mules? So at some point, everybody used horses and mules, and tractors came on the scene, but only some farms were using tractors. At what point were there more farms using tractors than there were farms using horses and mules? Anybody have a guess? I've heard those stories before too, Robert. I've got an uncle who at one point was kind of collecting 70s Corvettes, and he would get pulled over occasionally. Oh, paying through your nose. Well, it just means you'll be paying a lot. It's just an expression that people use. Sometimes I don't know the etymology of it, or whatever you want to call it. It's just an old expression. Alright, so there were more farms using tractors than horses for the first time in 1954. Wow, Joe. Super bees are pretty rare these days. You don't see many of them around. And I'm going to run out of bloody seed. Yep. Chick-fil-A, Brandon. Chick-fil-A. Well, I'm going to have the boys deliver some seed over here. Well, that's interesting in two ways, Joe. One, because I just finished working for the census. And it's just generally interesting. Although that sounds like a Wikipedia response. That's the truth, Robert. That's the absolute truth. I remember seeing a young girl driving a Mustang one time, obviously showing off for her friends. And she went to turn a corner, and she turned so hard and so sharp the car spun out of control, and she drove straight into another car that wasn't even coming toward her. Hello, Galaxy 1000. Are you back, or did you just decide to say hi again? Just checking. Now you sound like me, Joe. I've got more junk trivia in my head than I know what to do with. Well, I really appreciate you being around, Galaxy. I really do. Welcome to Harv's World, man. I'm glad to hear you're enjoying it. The trivia question, Evan, was when were there more farms using tractors than horses? What year? And since you didn't know what the trivia question was, I'll bet you missed the answer too. Oh, Joe. I totally know exactly what you mean, man. I can I can go to look up a piece of information. The next thing I know, it's 45 minutes later, and I've crossed over into 16 different topics. 1954, Evan. In 1954, there were finally more tractors on farms than there were, or more farms using tractors than were using horses. Well, Galaxy, right now, so I'm on the map Island Life. And when I first started this a few streams ago, I asked everybody in the stream, what should my challenges be? And so I started on Start from Scratch with $500,000, no land, no equipment, no nothing. And they said I had to buy 3 fields on each island, and there's 5 islands. So if you look at the map here, there's this island, this island, this island, this island, and this island. So I have to buy 3 fields. So I have to have a total of 15 fields. And then they said you have to plant every crop. And it's not just normal FS crops, because Cazz64, who makes these maps, adds all of these additional crops like alfalfa, carrots, onions, clover, lettuce, red cabbage, rye, poppies, hops, tobacco, hemp, coffee, mustard, and red and green grapes. So I have my work cut out for me. Although I think I've planted 6 of those crops. 6 crops by now. That's right, Joe. In fact, that's a good point. I'm done with this field. I need to take this back to my farm anyway. It's probably time to make a stop by field 17. I've already bought it. That's right. And they said I had to buy field 17 too, which we're going to go look at real quick here. My favorite map so far. You know, I was very, very impressed by Pineapple Bay. I really do think it's a great map. I can't say I've got a favorite. I liked Almost a Farm quite a bit. I really, really like Island Life a lot. But I like any map that offers me something different and gives me options outside of what's just normal. Oh, that's not a bad idea, Joe. I did so many grapes on Ischia Farm. I'm kind of dreading doing grapes here. Just because of all the grapes I did on Ischia. That's the God's honest truth. I wonder if I can get this planter out on field 17. What do you think? You think it'll go? Maybe I'll get it there and I'll never be able to get it back. I do like Chellington, Brandon. I like Chellington a lot. It's my first Oxygen David map. It is a very, very nice map. I think I'm asking for trouble if I keep trying this, but sometimes you need a little trouble in your life. Ha ha ha. Never say never. No, Brandon. Chellington Valley is Oxygen David, man. Alright, what are we going to put in here? No, no, nope, nope. Actually, you know what? It'd help if I didn't keep passing right by it. There. Poplars. I'm putting in poplars. Why? Because they don't seem like a very fun crop to me, and I can forget about them for a while. Even though technically I did plant poplars once, I just didn't harvest them. There are two maps that came out for console by Cazz. One is Almost a Farm. That one came out on Mod Hub for console, and then Rustic Acres. Both of those maps are now available for console on Mod Hub. Those are the two by Cazz. Chellington Valley is Oxygen David. Alright, field 17. Planted. My poplars will be well guarded by an outhouse with security cameras on it. Oh, and Cazz always builds dynamic mud into his maps too, which can either be fun or kind of a pain in the butt depending on the day and what you're trying to accomplish. Nah, anything that adds the variety is a good thing. I don't know what's in these roadways, but I hit them and it's like things just go flying. See that? Well, I mean, that was the railroad tracks, but there's times when I'm going across the road, like right up here by the shop. I'm going to get my head cleaved in right here. Just about right here. Of course, there it is. And it's just flat road, so I don't know what's going on there. Funky collision. It's not my fault. I didn't do it. The check is in the mail. I love those railroad bridges that Cazz built in here too. I think those are awesome. Somebody recently was asking me if, I think it was somebody in my Discord was asking about maps of real places. And they didn't realize that map makers do make maps of actual places where they live or places that they're familiar with. And Chellington Valley is one of those. I actually looked it up on Google Maps at one point. And of course, it's the map maker's rendition of the area, but still. I think that's what it takes to be a good map maker, is to take an area, pick out the important bits of it, and then piece it all together to make a good playable map. All right, so everybody knows, at least everybody in the U.S. knows because of our history classes, right, that the Indians, the indigenous peoples of the United States, taught the early settlers how to grow corn or maize. But that wasn't the only thing, and we never hear about these other crops. Any idea what other crops the Indians taught our ancestors to grow? Because there was a lot more than just corn. There's more than corn in Indiana, which is an actual slogan, by the way, for an amusement park in north central Indiana called Indiana Beach. There's more than corn in Indiana. Well, we have got new folks coming in all the time. Man, we're up to 15. Outstanding. Welcome, folks. Glad to have you here, and I'm starting to feel like my chat has frozen on me again. Alright, guys. I apologize. I did not realize it, but yeah, I wasn't being quiet intentionally. I was like, my chat was not coming through at all, so many apologies. Many apologies. Wow, I missed a ton. I missed a ton, so let me catch up here. Let's see, everything's possible, there's a puddle. Don't smoke or do tobacco, kids. That's right, Brandon. Eyeballing Sandy Bay for a few seasons. I've heard nothing but good about Sandy Bay. I've heard a lot of good about Sandy Bay, and in fact, one of my Discord members, who is from Great Britain, is having a blast on Sandy Bay. Oh yeah, you guys were commenting on, man, Field 17 doing all that crap, and I missed out on all of it. So yeah, that's not a field, it's a puddle. You're absolutely right, Robert. Ooh, man, it froze up for a long time. I'm so sorry, guys. I really am. Now we're gonna do this again. I don't know if you remember the last stream, but all of a sudden my tractors would just take a right turn toward Albuquerque. Let's see. Lazy Acres. Yep, that's a good map. Just came out recently. Been warm in Indiana. Crazy Monkey. Good to have you here, man. I still need to look into those South American maps or South African maps. And okay, we're back. I'm caught up now, at least I think I am. And I was asking you guys, okay, so American Indians, they taught early settlers how to grow barley, peas, wheat, lentils, chickpeas, and flax. So early Native Americans, they were big into agriculture. I was actually just watching a video today about the movie Dances with Wolves. Actually, if you've never seen it, I can't recommend it enough. It's a brilliant film. It's not 100% accurate in its portrayal of Native Americans, but it does a very good job. It gets to the heart of it. But they're talking about the Great Plains and the Plains buffaloes. And the buffaloes were so thick on the Great Plains at one point that they could stop. Maybe it's the sprayer. Maybe it was the sprayer that was doing it the last time too. It didn't start until I started using this bloody thing. They were so thick on the plains that, like when the Transcontinental Railroad went through, they would sometimes stop the train for 2 days while the herds passed. That's how many buffalo used to be on the Great Plains. And then they were practically hunted to extinction. Yeah, I found a really cool YouTube channel where this guy does videos. He'll take a movie that's based on a historic story and he'll break it down and do the research and find out which parts of it's true and which parts aren't. If I could remember the name of it, I'll tell you, but I can't remember the name of the channel right now. All right, I'm going to have to do like sound checks or something, like chat checks from this point on. Like, tell me if you're chatting because my chat appears to have frozen again. I don't know, I can't tell. Last thing I see is from Crazy Monkey, accusing me of avoiding speaking to him when normally you can't shut me up. When I get done putting herbicide on this field, I'm going to show you guys something really cool. I told you about it the last time, but I'm actually going to show it to you this time because I didn't have it installed before. But it's this mammoth sign that Beck's made. Yep, it froze again. John Dunbar. I'm not the biggest Kevin Costner fan, but I do love that movie. Maybe just for the cinematography. That one and the other one that rates right up there is, and I just watched this the other night again, Last of the Mohicans with Daniel Day-Lewis. Oh my God, talk about a beautiful film. Not just the story, I mean the cinematography is amazing. They get some stunning views. Just stunning. I can't believe that either, Joe. 30 years, 31 years. Man, it seems like yesterday. Crazy monkey. Well, we're all there. We got the young crew and the old crew all hanging together tonight. And Joe's younger than I am by almost 10 years. Brandon, I'll say this. It's better to lay it on the line and find out now so you don't have to worry about it anymore than it is to sit around and stew over it and go, I wonder if she likes me. Go find out if she likes me. Oh, I remember Rooster Cogburn. Although I like the remake. With Matt Damon and Jeff Bridges. I'll admit, you can hate me for it, but because I know people get passionate about this topic, but I am not a big fan of John Wayne. Humphrey Bogart, on the other hand, Maltese Falcon, the African Queen. That's what a lot of people do, Brandon. They'll jump on, slap $10 million on their account, and just putz around. Or jump over rivers, or do whatever to pass the time. See you later, Galaxy. Have a good night, bud. Oh, and of course, Casablanca. How can we forget Casablanca? Although I will safely admit that I am probably one of those movie geeks who actually does believe that Citizen Kane is probably the best movie ever made. Marilyn! Marilyn. I was wondering about you, girl. I'm glad you were able to stop by at least. It's all good. It's all good. You were probably having lunch with Julie or something. There you go, Ingrid Bergman. Oh, and if you guys don't know, Crazy Monkey does have an FS19 channel also. Just want to make sure to point that out and give him a little bit of a shout out there. Part of a group of people that kind of met each other on Facebook through a farm sim YouTube community, and we all kind of chill with each other. Try to be supportive. There's so many now that it's just impossible to keep up with everybody, and I think we all understand and respect that because we're all very busy doing our thing. Oh, there you go, Marilyn. Have some lunch and hang with Harv. Oh, you missed it too. I hope let me slow down time. Because I started the stream off showing off the poppies. They were in full bloom. So I hope you didn't miss them. Oh no, maybe I can get back over there just in time. Oh, Robert. I love a good musical. I know kids don't appreciate. Although you know Disney turned to musicals and it was okay. The kids thought they were great, but you give them a movie musical and they're going to rip their hair out. And Fiddler on the Roof. Sweeney Todd. Those would be my two favorites. Take care, Evan. Have a good night, bud. Always good to have you here, man. Well, I'm just about... So this is my new field that I bought tonight with money that I earned on the last stream, and then did a few contracts in between. And, Robert. And so I've bought my first field on this island. I have to buy 2 more. Just 2 more. And then 3 more islands to go. But this is a nice big hardy field, so this should bring in good crop and good money. Fingers crossed. Well, Brandon, I'll tell you. To be honest, I'm actually having a really good day. A very productive day. Which, you know, when you get to be my age, that's saying something. Oh, I'll probably be wrapping up in about 45 minutes to an hour. Hour and a half, maybe. Usually between 10 and 10:30 I wrap up. Exactly, Brandon. I managed to work on this map just a little bit, just enough to get some extra money in so I could get my new field. I did like 3 contracts, 2 herbicide contracts and a fertilizing contract. That's an awfully good one, Crazy Monkey. Meet me in St. Louis. That is a really good one. Oh, I love big band music, Marilyn. Hey, there's Sharko. Oh, I see what's going on there. Funkiness. I'm just about to go show Marilyn her her poppy field. She specifically requested this field, and I didn't want to disappoint her. And I will tell you guys, Sharko's been working hard on his website. He's been working very hard on his website to get stuff up and purchasable ASAP. There you go. There's our lovely red poppy field. This is my favorite Cazz edition. I love this when these are in bloom. And I got one more thing to show you. I'm going to show you this right now, and then we're going to see where we stand on everything. If I have to pick up a contract or 2, then that's what I'll do. But I told you guys last time I was going to show you this, that I'd install it. But you have to see You have to see this sign. Well, I did Teespring, and Teespring, I need to go thin out Teespring is what I need to do. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. This is all new to me. Anyway, I told you I was going to show you this sign that that Bex made. And I'm going to show you the little one first, just so you can see exactly what it is. Miscellaneous. Okay, this is the small one. Now, if you watch my Chellington Valley series, you'll know this sign. This is the Harv's Helping Hand sign. It's my company on Chellington Valley. So Bex did the modeling on this, and these are all her textures and everything. She added music to it. So when you walk up to it, it starts playing music. And then just so we can see, my sign, the one that I used, we'll just make it dark and then I will set this time back. But her version lights up. Like so. Now, I'm going to show you something else. Because, oh, I have to set the time back because now the shop is closed and I can't access the shop. And what were we? Were about 1 o'clock. Yeah, that's about right. Now, I did all the graphics, mind you. I made the sign. She made the model. Now, wait till you see this. This is insane. This is Bex in a nutshell. That's the billboard version. That's the billboard version right there. It's too awesome for words. I am going to fly up to get a better look at it. But look at that thing in comparison to the normal sized one. Yeah, Sharko. It's taller than that silo over there. Oh. Yeah, Bex is something else. She does great stuff. She does. So, there you go. Harv's Helping Hands on a massive billboard version. Okay, where are we? Fields are done. 12 isn't quite ready to harvest. Oh, lovely. There aren't any contracts available right now. Nothing of any consequence. Potatoes and sugar beets? No, thank you. Pass. I might have to speed up time just to get those poppies ready to harvest. Nope, not doing a baling contract. Not gonna happen. No way, Jose. Barley in field 28. Yeah, I was looking at that earlier, Joe. All right, Brandon. Take care, buddy. So it pulls a contract for every field, huh? Man, I might have to put that on Chellington because the baling, so much of the baling. All right, where am I going? Field 28. Oh, not bad. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to have to... It seems like contracts on Chellington seem to be a little bit touchy. That would be nice, Joe. The highlighted field numbers. Now, I do have the multiple contracts mod, but I don't have the one you're talking about. Because of the way I'm running my series on Chellington, I kind of need the multiple contracts mod just so that I can keep my employees busy, if you know what I mean. I mean, I don't want to crack the whip too much, but Julie has to stay working. That's all there is to it. Which there will be a new episode of Chellington tomorrow. This is a harvester created by Cazz64 called the Dawn. This thing is a brilliant piece of machinery. Now, not only is it a harvester, it has pickups on the back, so it will pick up straw. In fact, not only is it a forage wagon, there's also an attachment that is a baler. So, it will bale for you as you harvest. It's a brilliant, brilliant contraption. It's ugly, but man, is it effective. And this one header will pretty much harvest any crop you have. Welcome back, Evan. Oh, well, you just missed Brandon. He had chicken wings from Red Robin for supper, apparently. Oh, there we go. Not only food, Joe, but fast food, no less. Yeah, when I get over here, crazy monkey, I will show you exactly what I'm talking about. Uh-oh. This isn't good. Let's hope the train doesn't come. I can't pick it up either. Oh, I'm in front of a tree. I thought I was hitting the track. Jeez, Harv. Well, in a manner of speaking, I mean, you don't think I was talking about just any old Julie, do you? On Chellington. Okay, so see, this is an attachment on the back. You can drop it off and put a baler back there. So it's pretty freaking slick, I have to say. You can get this on Papa Smurf's Modding. Again, it's called the Dawn. By the collaboration. I think it was made by multiple modders. Oh. And it helps if you turn on the straw swath. That's better. Oh, and it harvests at 15 miles an hour. Well, it's just like you said, Joe. You were trying to be realistic. But then you started playing Island Life and realized it was just too much for one person. So, wasn't that you who was talking about pulling out Beck's mods? Yeah, that was you. Because it was too much for one guy to try to manage Island Life by himself. You can't have your cake and eat it too. And you have to give me a little bit of credit, Marilyn, because I'm portraying Julie in an extremely favorable light. In fact, you will get even more information about Julie tomorrow on the next episode of Chellington Valley. And I'm missing Kevin tonight. I haven't seen Kevin. Anybody see Kevin? Anybody know where Kevin is? Whose day was it to watch Kevin? What about Lisbeth? Lisbeth is in jail. Lisbeth is in a Cuban jail, man. I'm sorry to tell you. I just had to pay $500,000 and abandon my farm for a year. They weren't even mad about the about the fertilizer. Cheese toasted sandwiches. See, Sharko has not watched the most recent Ravensburg episode, Ravensburg episode 1, or he would have known what happened to Elizabeth. Well, we're talking about Let's Play episodes, Robert. So Elizabeth was kind of my girlfriend on Pineapple Bay. And if you saw the last episode, episode 19 of Pineapple Bay, I made an escape from the police because they were trying to arrest me. You know, the way a pirate would do. And then if you watch the first episode of Ravensburg, you get an explanation of what happened. How things ended up wrapping up on Pineapple Bay. Although, after I recorded that, I thought of a great way to transition from one country to the next. I think it could be a lot of fun and kind of funny at the same time. So, next time I will do that. Unfortunately, sometimes good ideas come to you after you need them. You've already done something. Oh, you were right, Marilyn. Well, you know, the farmer or the pirate farmers or farmer pirates. I still don't really think they were doing anything particularly wrong. Again, this is a new government. I mean, let's face it, I bribed them $10,000 to bring my tractor on the island, and even though they got it wrong, they tried. It was more about the money to them than anything else, but they have to save face once in a while. You know, like most corrupt governments do. They're corrupt until they get caught, and then they have to act like a real government for a while just to convince people they're on the up and up. Well, yeah, you'll find out a little bit about that, Robert. My techniques change from day to day. A lot of my tutorials are very, very focused on brand new players. I like teaching new players because I want to make them feel welcome and invited into the farm sim world. Too many games out there where everybody gets elitist and they talk jargon, and new players coming in can't keep up because they don't know all the lingo and all that BS. I hate that crap with a passion. And so I really try to focus my tutorials on brand new people who don't know what's going on yet. And if I'm honest, I mean, most of those tutorials were made when I was still a young player in FS19, so at this point, I might even not do them the same way I did them before because I know a lot more than I did now than I did then. That's especially true of my very first one for Proceed. The Proceed mod I tried to do a how-to video on. That's true, Robert. Although I have to say, some of the best videos I ever did was the Ravenport walkthrough for beginners. Not because they're necessarily great, but because they've reached a lot of people who who've learned the game through them. All right, Crazy Monkey, I appreciate you stopping in, man. You take it easy. Because one of the best things for me, at least, is hearing from somebody where they said they've learned how to play or are learning how to play through the tutorials, and they're grateful to have them. And I mean, you know how bad the in-game ones are, so peace, brother. Where was this junk going anyway? Oh, to the KFC. Good. That's near my fields. Oh, and the poppies are ready to go. Well, there was that, Robert. We all make mistakes. And I left that in just so people would know. Even somebody trying to teach them can still make mistakes. But thank you for bringing up that painful memory. Thank you, Marilyn. Well, yeah, I mean, and that's the reason I left the pits in those fields that I merged. So people would, you know, they'd have to fight with them a little bit, and then I could teach them how to fix them. You were yelling at your screen. You're going to the wrong field. What are you doing? Well, at least it wasn't number 2. Besides, we can't take ourselves too seriously. You gotta be able to laugh at yourself once in a while. If you can't, you might need to reprioritize a little bit. Now, I'm not going to give anything away necessarily, but Caveman has been working on something for the last few days. And he might actually have a go at getting something on Mod Hub. Now, I'm not going to tell you what it is. That's for him. That's for him to tell, but he's been working on a mod. It looks really good. I know he's put a lot of hard work into it, and I know he wants to try to get it on Mod Hub, so we'll see. Uh-oh. You do realize, Sharko, that if it's Harv's World merch, it can't be surprise merch, for me at least, right? Just making sure we're clear on that. You know, I don't need an HW with the poop emoji over the top of it or something like that. Although I know you would never do something like that, but still. I'm sure whatever you make Charco will be very nice. I can't wait to see it. Not too much longer we'll be done with this field. It does, doesn't it, Joe? Papa Smurf. Whatever happened to Mama Smurf? I mean, there had to be somebody around to create all those Smurfs, right? Oh, come on, Robert. I was counting on you. Did he sell her soul to Gargamel? He traded her in for a younger Smurf. Who was that one girl Smurf? Just one. And man, did she have to be sick of guys hitting on her. That's the one. I could never remember her name. Smurfette. Okay, so 750,000 liters of straw later and 73,000 liters of barley. We're off to the KFC. I don't know what KFC is going to do with all that barley, but hey, not my business. Oh, that was close. Made it in the nick of time. Now I'm watching the train and smashing into trees. Very unpleasant things if the train hits you. It's not like you die. It's not like your equipment gets destroyed. It's just a hassle. KFC right there. I had no idea the Smurfs were Belgian. So, if that's the case, should we have Smurf-shaped waffles? Right, Marilyn? I thought that train had me for sure. You're as bad as I am, Joe. Maybe probably worse, actually. I don't have as much time for that anymore. Well, we've got barley. Who's going to pay me for my barley? Sally's Mill. Okay, we're in luck then. Sharko's not making Smurf merch, so... Okay. Alright, what's the price difference at KFC? Oh, KFC has the high price. Okay. We'll just sell it off right here then. Oh, I know what you're talking about, Joe. I had one parent who was religious and the other one was a hypocrite. Basically used religion whenever it would help him and ignored it when it was convenient. But I'm not cynical or anything. Hey, Shaming Man, how you doing, bud? Doing good. Doing real good. Driving around the island in my ugly but extremely effective harvester with 750,000 liters of straw in tow. Gotcha, Joe. My mom was actually a minister herself. She was the devout one. Dad was the one who was only religious when it suited him. Unfortunately, Marilyn, I don't have a trailer that's low enough to unload this harvester. In fact, right now it's going to be the great race to unload the straw. I got to get to full speed and then start dumping. Otherwise, I'll get hung up on it. Go, 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 go. And I got stuck anyway. Darn. Yeah, I was thinking about that earlier today, Joe. Shaming Man, I never would have guessed you were Catholic. I mean, being from Ireland. Who ever heard of anybody from Ireland being Catholic? Ugh. Where's my big tractor? Where did I leave that? Oh, it's right over... Is it right over here? Yes. Welcome back, Brandon. Nope, that still didn't do it. I've got myself in a pickle now. Oh, I know what to do. What am I thinking? It's time for the bunker buster. The bunker buster will solve this problem. Well, thanks, Brandon. We appreciate that. Voila. Now maybe I can finish unloading. Okay. Straw harvest complete. Hey Sharko, if you're still hanging around, do you remember if poppies have any kind of windrow? Okay, it wasn't pretty, but I got it sorted. Gotcha. Black seeds. What's really going to be scary is... oh, you can say that again, Shammy Man. We need a crash counter, that's for sure. Harvesting this alfalfa. I planted an awful lot of alfalfa. And I can tell you right now, alfalfa produces a lot. It produces a lot of crop and a lot of windrow. Now, hemp takes forever to grow. I mean, many in-game days to finally be ready to harvest. And it takes a ton of seed. I mean, the amount of seed you need even to plant a little bit is excessive. Poppies, on the other hand, grow very quickly. Very quickly indeed. I had the same problem, Joe. I tried one alfalfa contract. I think it was it when I turned everything in, I was only at about 68%. And I think I just ended up quitting out of the game because I don't autosave ever. Autosave and I are not on speaking terms. Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to find a field. Maybe I put coffee in this field and then just leave it alone for a while. Nah, I'll do coffee on Island 17. Although coffee, man, you get a lot of good hay off of coffee too. Well, I'm going to have 15 fields by the time I'm done, so 15 fields. Although, to be fair, I'm almost a third of the way done, at least with the field count. Alright, I am going to finish harvesting these poppies, and then we're going to call it a night. How about that? It shouldn't take too much longer. Well, you guys picked him, Sharko. Although I might have an ace up my sleeve yet. It ain't over till it's over. It's gonna mean I mean, okay, this is a cool little harvester, but it's not gonna cut it for 15 fields. Take care, Brandon. Have a good night, buddy. The first time I see the name pop up, Marilyn, I do the same thing. I immediately want to say Kim, and then I catch myself. Alright, Shammy Man, take care, buddy. We'll see you on the flip side. I'll probably drop in for one of your streams sometime this week. It's official. We are calling you whatever. So have a good night, whatever. We'll see you next time, buddy. And where's the good price for poppies? The island port. That's right, Nostada. Oh, if you make it blueberry, Joe, I could go for that. I am a blueberry fanatic. True, very true. I am a blueberry fanatic just like that girl on Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Violet Beauregard. Speaking of musicals, why didn't I think of Willy Wonka? I love that. Love that. Jack Albertson was awesome. Alright, where was this silly port at? Of course it's all the way down there, because why wouldn't it be? Well, you're close, Sharko. I don't think there was any humping going on. Oompa loompa doompa doo. I've got another puzzle for you. Oompa loompa doompa dee. If you are wise, you'll listen to me. And that is enough of that. Yeah, Willy Wonka will do that to you. Thanks, Marilyn. You're all heart. Oh, good. The train just went by. That's lucky. Believe it or not, there was a day when I actually had a pretty respectable singing voice, but those days are long gone. And I'm okay with that. I really am. God bless America. We're going to find out how much these poppies are worth, and then that's going to be it. We're going to see if Maryland did us right by selecting poppies. You also missed, Maryland, the cleaning of the equipment. The first thing I did when we started tonight was buy a pressure washer, and everything was clean. And now it's not, because see, the minute you put it in the field. Huh. Yep, they go in my college fund too. I'm going to have to buy a truck soon. Actually, you know what? Oh, didn't go there. It's actually kind of funny, Marilyn, because you made that comment on my video the other day, and those machines were spotless at the very beginning of the video. But after a day's work in the field, they're trashed, man. That's what happened. They're working. All right, Shark. I'm about to wrap up here anyway, man. Very, very close to calling it a night. I'm going to sell off these poppies, and then that's going to do it for Harv. Anytime, man. Thanks for joining me. Very much appreciate it. Yes, I'm shortcutting through fields now. Ta-da! 75,000. Not bad. Not bad at all. So that's our poppy field done in. I have got alfalfa, I have got mustard, and I've got another field to get sorted. So, ladies and gentlemen, I very much appreciate you stopping in tonight. As always, it's been fun. It's been real. And it's always great talking to you guys. It really is. I really enjoy it, actually. It's one of the reasons I do the streams, is really just to do some casual farming and get to chat with you guys once in a while. So, everyone, from me to you, I very much appreciate you coming along for the ride. And until next time, take care.